Wait, do you remember this? Or what about this beast? These phones didn't just make calls, they made statements. But here's the crazy part. Most of these brands, they're either barely alive or completely dead. Today, we're ranking 10 phone brands that went from absolute legends to forgotten history. And trust me, number 1 will shock you. Motorola is still breathing. Barely. If you were cool in 2004, you had the Razr. That satisfying flip sound, pure dopamine. But here's what happened.
Well, Chinese tech giant Lenovo announced on Thursday that it has completed its purchase of Motorola Mobility.
Lenovo bought them. Now they make decent mid-range phones. The Moto G series is actually solid. They even brought back the Razr as a foldable. But let's be real. When's the last time someone said, "I need that new Motorola"? They didn't crash, they just became ordinary. Sony Xperia. Yes, Sony still makes phones. Plot twist, they're actually pretty good. Cinema quality cameras, clean Android, premium build. So what went wrong? Marketing, or lack of it. Sony became the phone for tech nerds who read spec sheets for fun. They're like that underground band that makes amazing music that nobody knows exists. Nokia 3310. The phone that could survive a nuclear blast. The phone that introduced us to Snake. The phone that connected the world. Then, smartphones happened, and Nokia made the worst business decision in tech history. They chose Windows Phone over Android. Windows Phone. In a world where iPhone and Android were taking over. HMD owns the Nokia name now. They make budget Androids. But the king is dead. Alcatel. Budget phones, carrier stores, emerging markets. Alcatel, the definition of meh phones. They used to be everywhere. Cheap phones in every carrier store, every corner shop. Now, when's the last time you even heard someone mention Alcatel? This is what slow death looks like. No drama, just fading away. HTC breaks my heart. These guys didn't just make phones. They helped create the Android we know today. The HTC One? Gorgeous. All metal build, front-facing speakers. It was iPhone-level premium. But Samsung had the marketing budget. Apple had the ecosystem. And HTC? HTC had great phones that nobody bought. Now they make VR headsets, from smartphone pioneer to background player. LG actually tried to be different. Dual screens, rotating displays, modular designs. They were experimenting when everyone else was playing it safe. But innovation doesn't pay the bills. 2021, LG officially quit. Not struggling, not declining, done. A multi-billion-dollar company just walked away from phones. Sometimes being ahead of your time is the same as being wrong. Indian market, Xiaomi phones, budget phone comparisons. Micromax owned India. Owned it. Budget phones everywhere. Local hero taking on the giants. Then Xiaomi walked in. Better specs, same price, game over. Micromax tried to come back with in phones, but momentum, once it's gone, it's gone. This is what happens when competition evolves faster than you. Coolpad. Bet half of you haven't even heard of them. They had a decent run in Asia, mid-range phones, nothing spectacular. Now, ghost town. They disappeared before you even noticed they existed. Sometimes brands don't fall dramatically, they just vanish. BlackBerry, the most dramatic fall in phone history. If you had a BlackBerry, you were important. Physical keyboard, BBM, secure messaging. Obama used BlackBerry. Wall Street lived on BlackBerry. BlackBerry was business. Then, touchscreens took over, and BlackBerry was stuck in the past. They tried BlackBerry 10, they tried Android, nothing worked. From controlling the business world to cybersecurity software. The phones, dead. Were you team BlackBerry or iPhone? Let me know. And the number one spot goes to Palm. Palm invented the smartphone. Before iPhone, before Android, Palm was the future. Palm Pilot, Palm Pre, WebOS was actually brilliant. Cards interface, multitasking, gestures. They tried a comeback with tiny minimalist phones. It flopped. Palm didn't just fall off, they got erased from history. The company that invented the future became the past. And that's your ranking, from barely surviving to completely extinct. The phone industry is ruthless. One wrong move, one missed trend, one bad partnership, and you go from changing the world to being forgotten by it. Which fall shocked you the most? Smash that like button if this brought back memories. Subscribe for more tech history, and I'll see you in the next one.